This video I'm going to show you how to replace a light bulb in one of these switches. For it, you're going to need a screwdriver, possibly a flathead, and some interior trim removal. So first, start by turning on the ignition, put the car into drive, the car off of course, take your interior removal tool, it's really easy to start on this side, twist, push that guy back in, wedge this in, a bit of a twisting motion. It's just clips, and then plug here, push down. It's just the clips here and there. They come out pretty easy. Okay, so then next, here's 3 screws, 1, 2, 3. That's when your screwdriver is going to come in, or you can use a socket. I think it's an 8mm. Don't need the brake, just set the e-brake. Make sure not to lose them. These screws, they are pretty small. Actually put them in there. Keeps them nice and safe. And there's one in the middle. Don't forget that one. Number 3. Okay. So, make it easier to hear me. Next step, once you have all 3 screws out, you're going to take your pry tool and push it back. Now, it would be better if I had a huge flat one, but unfortunately I don't. So this is the next best thing I got. And just be real careful not to force anything, and little pressure and it should just release. There you go. So then 3 clips, or the switches right here. Take that out. That one came out a little easy. Weird. And that one. So now you're done with that. There we go. We have the switches all here. So there's a screw and there and there. Take those out. So now that you have the switch panel out, this is the real easy part. So you're going to need to take your screwdriver, push in here, and pull at the same time. That should release the top one a little bit. And then on the bottom, same thing. And what you're pushing on is those guys. You are pushing on that one and that one. So now you have your light switch out. And that's the bulb right there. Take your screwdriver, and I'm not sure if it matters which way it goes, but I would kind of take note of it and take a picture. So, quarter turn light bulb, if I can get it. There we go. And that's the bulb. Cute little thing. So this is the one you're going to need for these upper switches. Make sure you get one with a cap. It's better to just replace it. To reuse anything from it. So then compare the two. One's silver, one's brown. I don't think it's a difference. Pop this guy in. Make sure those go into the slits. Take your flathead. and turn it in. Make sure it really just pops in like that. So now you're done with that part. Take your switch now. This thing pops in. Done deal. Now take your big trim piece here and reinstall this like so, and the 2 screws need to go back. Okay, so the screws are put back in. Wait, bump that. Screws are back in. Now be mindful, these are going into plastic, so be very gentle. Don't torque them down really, just a little bit of a tightness at the end. You don't want it to be super loose so it comes out or rattles apart, but you want it to be tight enough that it holds it. So now what I'm gonna do is plug in all these, and these are keyed too, so there's no way to put these in the wrong area. That one goes there, that one goes there, and that one goes there. So now that these are in, what I'm gonna do, turn that on, turn on my lights, and there you can see it's on. It's brighter than the others, but that's okay. Okay, so confirm those work, and you do want to make sure that's plugged in. Put the car, step on the brake, car back in drive, and these clips through here are what's gonna snap into place, and then the 3 screws at the bottom. Be gentle in putting this in. I should also mention on this, there are those stubs in it. Those need to line up. There's 2 on each side by the bolts. And there we go. Back in place. So take your 3 screws from here, put these back in. Try not to drop it like I almost just did. And these don't have to be tight. These are not tight from factory. There's no need to be. You're also going into plastic, so be mindful of that. That in. If I could get the screw, that would be helpful. I'm trying to use the magnetic tip, but not very magnetic. Last one. I'll put that in. Those are all in. Take this guy. Make sure this clicks in. You don't want to have to take it apart again. In, and I turned, so it works. I turned down the rear shade on accident. Okay. And then kind of tuck this guy in. Be kind of gentle when you put it in. Don't force it. There you go. Now it's in place. One thing to note, when you do go ahead and turn on the car, you'll see what happens. Okay, well, I didn't do that time. Sometimes what happens when you turn on the Toyotas and Lexus, when you're doing something like this and you disconnect it, you'll turn them on, they turn off immediately, then you turn them on again. It's perfectly fine. It's normal procedure. It happens all the time. It's nothing to be worried about. But you can see, bam, that works. So that's how you replace one of those bulbs. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found that helpful.